Pumpkin, pumpkin in the patch, who's the rottenest of the batch? The field is aplenty with the old, decrepit, and rotting pumpkins. And by pumpkins, I clearly mean politicians. Let me explain. It's certainly a spooky time to be alive, and while it's debatable that those in power are in fact alive, it's certainly a horror show for the rest of us. Today, we'll look at the greatest pumpkin out there for all of us Charlie Browns, but also The Walking Dead. And by Walking Dead, well...
Just in terms of inflation, because you had told us at the town hall, I think it was in July, that this was just near-term inflation. The Wall Street Journal recently talked to like 67 financial experts who said that they saw high inflation going all the way or deep into 2022. Do you think it's going to last for a while?
I don't think so. I don't think it will last depending what we do. If we stay exactly where we are, yes.
He's not even walking there, but he certainly looked dead at the town hall he did with CNN and Anderson Cooper. And did you hear that bit at the end about inflation? Woohoo! Before we dive into more of all of that, let's ask today's question. Which pumpkin politicians do you find to be rotting off the vine and who need to be carved out of office? Let me know in the comments, and please share this video with your friends and family so they can share in our great pumpkin experience. Now, to be more accurate, Biden looked cold, clenched, and dead at the town hall, but he did open those hands up to cough into them earlier in the week in New Jersey, and then do this with them. Yuck. Fine. You want me to show a gaffe of his that actually involves him speaking. Don't worry, I have plenty, especially considering he coughed all over himself during a pandemic and then shook hands. But it's those police officers and first responders who are endangering lives because they won't bow to his commands on the jab.
Should police officers, emergency responders, be mandated to get vaccines? And if not, should they be stay at home or let go?
Yes and yes.
Wait, what? It doesn't matter. Anderson won't challenge him on that nonsensical talk. And he didn't. He just let Joe continue to pontificate rather poorly on how it's perfectly okay that the federal government takes away your ability to have a job by mandating the jab, and you should be happy to take that jab wherever they want to stick it. Let Joe prove my point.
Look, the two things that concern me, one are those who just try to make this a political issue. Freedom. I have the freedom to kill you with my COVID. No, I mean, come on, freedom. Number one. Number two, the second one is that, the gross misinformation that's out there. Like what they're saying about my buddy Colin Powell, and he was my friend who passed away. Colin Powell was vaccinated and he still died. Well, he knew he had serious underlying conditions. And it would be difficult. He clearly would have been gone earlier had he not gotten the vaccine, had he not gotten the shots.
Yes, Colin Powell was fully vaccinated, taken care of at Walter Reed, had other medical issues including cancer and Parkinson's, and was also 84. But go get jabbed because freedom doesn't matter. Anywho, what's happening with all of the product floating in the Pacific? You know where it is.
I was able to go to the private ports with 40% of all products coming into the United States of America on the West Coast go through Los Angeles and what am I doing here?
Is it Long Beach?
Long Beach, thank you.
What are you doing there? What are you doing anywhere? How about not west, but south, like the southern border?
Do you have plans to visit the southern border?
I've been there before, and I haven't. I mean, I know it well. I guess I should go down, but the whole point of it is I haven't had a whole hell of a lot of time to get down.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of time. He's been really, really busy traveling back and forth to Delaware on your tax dollar for a little R&R. And to date, according to CNN, by the way, Biden has been away from the White House substantially more than the previous 3 presidents. 107 of his first 275 days have been at one of his 2 Delaware homes or at Camp David. You know where he was when Afghanistan completely collapsed. Data. And some of that time was possibly, maybe, spent with his wife. But even she has had the time to visit the border.
But I plan on, now my wife Jill has been down. She's been on both sides of the river. She's seen the circumstances there. She's looked into those places. You notice you're not seeing a lot of pictures of kids lying on top of one another with, looks like tarps on top of them.
Joe is drawing a blanket on the word. He just needed to remember his days as vice president, and he would have remembered. There's something about being vice president and forgetting about the border. Joe can't make it to the border, and neither can Kamalama Ding Dong. But teenagers sure can. And why wouldn't they? The Mexican drug cartels are reportedly giving American teenagers $1,000 for every illegal immigrant to bring on over. This should get the Biden administration's attention. After all, we can't have young entrepreneurs out there making money in a capitalist fashion, but not a whole lot of attention on this story. You don't want media out there actually, asking questions, and even if they did ask questions.
You know, when you're president, see all these people here? They're with you all the time. They get to ask you all kinds of questions, and you try to figure out how you can avoid answering them sometimes.
Duh. That's why Joe has the Great Pumpkin or Peppermint Patty, whichever Charlie Brown reference you want to use to describe Press Secretary Jen Psaki. Psaki has been lying and spinning her truth since she was a wee little lass, but has really exacerbated her claims and insults to reporters in recent weeks. Pressure of being a great pumpkin must be making her crack under the pressure. Even a liberal watchdog group claimed that Jen Psaki should be investigated to see if she had violated the Hatch Act with comments made about the upcoming Virginia governor's race. Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics questioned whether Psaki engaged in activity directed toward the success or failure of a political party, partisan political candidate, or partisan political group. Let's watch.
I have to be a little careful about how much political analysis I do from here and not traipse into that too much. Look, I think the president, of course, wants former Governor McAuliffe to be the future governor of Virginia. There is alignment on a lot of their agenda, whether it is the need to invest in rebuilding our roads, rails, and bridges, or making it easier for women to rejoin the workforce. We're going to do everything we can to help former Governor McAuliffe, and we believe in the agenda he's representing.
Yep, she did. She violated it. But who cares? It was just an oopsie. As she told CNN's Jake Tapper, she takes ethics seriously, and so does the president. As I understand it, if I had said he instead of we, that would not have been an issue at all, and I will be more careful with my words next time. Words certainly matter. As do numbers. I guess it's that time now to look at Joe's latest polling percentages. Ouch. Even 538 has finally admitted that Biden is at more than half the country disapproving of what he's doing. A Gallup poll then shows that the government is trying to do too many things, with 52% overall thinking this way. Of course, when broken down by party, a whopping 78% of Democrats say daddy government should give them more. And interestingly, that's actually down by 5% from last year. The key here is the independents, and 57% said too much government, which is a good sign for sanity. If the pace of gaffe, destruction, and general pumpkinness keeps up, the Democrats should get squashed. So does that mean Nancy will finally retire to one of the ships off the coast of California?
Are you going to run for re-election?
Oh, you think I'm going to make an announcement right here and now?
Yeah. Why not?
I'll
You
have to
got
be
lovely
on
lighting.
many more times than that.
You're going to run for re-election, though, yes?
Why would I tell you that now?
Well, it's not just me. It's
I
the American
always-
people. It's the world. This is an international show.
Well, probably I would have that conversation with my family first, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Maybe she should have that conversation with her medical doctor or plastic surgeon, whichever she visits more regularly. Remember, she's 81 right now. I told you this video would include The Walking Dead, even if it was Botox injected. As you know now, it's been another week of rot. When pumpkins begin to collapse in on themselves, they go to the compost. Take that for what it's worth, and please share this video. Until next time, let's go, Brandon, and stay healthy, America. Hey team, most of you know our shows have been censored by Facebook and YouTube for years, which makes it very hard to keep up with the cost of production.
But thanks to our Patriot Club members, we have not only been able to keep things going, but to add more programming. We're doing 18 new shows a week. 18.
In fact, we've got big plans in motion for our viewers, especially our Patriot Club members.
So please consider supporting our freedom-loving media by joining the Patriot Club this year. For a $99 tax-deductible donation, we will send you our 20-ounce stainless steel navy blue tumbler etched with the words American Patriot, standing atop the shoulders of a rather fit-looking George Washington.
And for $129 gift, we'll also include a 15-ounce stainless steel mug as a token of our appreciation. All you have to do is visit patriotclub.us and become a Patriot Club member today.
That's patriotclub.us. Thank you, and God bless.